We all are really keen to know that how a grandmaster's journey actually begins. So, how did you encounter chess for the first time, and what exactly inspired you to start your chess journey?
Um, it was it was a very normal way of anyone who's starting to play sports. I saw my parents and my some of my family members play chess as a hobby, like we play carom or snake and ladder, something like that. And then I was just as a kid, I was just curious about the game. And then when I was around 6.5, 7 years old, I was fortunate that there was a summer camp in my school, and in general, my parents wanted me to enroll in a lot of activities and try out a lot of stuff. And we were lucky that I enrolled in chess, and the teachers there, they thought I'm really interested in the game. I'm really focused, and I have um, some gift of playing chess. So they advised me to take it a bit further, and to be honest, it started out in a normal way, and then I was just lucky in so many ways to meet, to have the best coaches at the right time, and to have such a great support from my parents, my family. So, that's how it started, and I'm glad it started.
Would you like to share any interesting story or anecdote from your early days of chess?
Sure. Like one of the things that I remember, one of the first motivating things for me was when I was in this summer camp in my school. There was a teacher, Mr. Venugopal sir. He was it was like group sessions, and he came up with many creative ideas to like develop the interest of chess, at the starting level. So he came up with the idea that he will, at the end of a class, he would just give us like a printout or some book with a few puzzles that we are supposed to solve. And he will put up a challenge, like whoever solves these puzzles the first, gets like a little gift, like a chocolate or like a pen, or something small. And I remember I used to be so motivated by that, and and like I used to sit late nights. I used to finish my school homework, and I used to spend all my night focusing on the puzzles, solving it as quickly as possible. And then the next day I usually go and I usually was the first person to give the answers, and I used to get all the gifts, and the other kids were quite angry about it, but I was quite happy.
So, Gukesh, by now you must have played thousands of games and analyzed many more. What is that one game that has particularly inspired you or has had a significant impact on your career?
Sure, there are a lot of games that I can think of. Mainly some games played by great champions like Vishy sir or Bobby Fischer in the past. I remember one game that just really played a huge impact on me in my very early days was, in my early days, and then it remained a favorite of mine for a long time. Was a game from I think 2013. I'm not sure if it was 2013 or 2014, but it was a game between Levon Aronian and Vishwanathan Anand sir. And Vishwanathan Anand sir came up with this idea of sacrificing like a couple of pieces to create a brilliant attack on the opponent, and it played a huge role on me. It played a huge impact on me, and it's just a game that whenever I look at it, I feel joy. So.
So, if you had the opportunity to go back and replay any one of your games, which game would it be?
Replay any of my own games.
Your own games.
I've had a few memorable games, but one game that was really special for me was probably in the candidates that I played like a few months back. It was the 12th round, and I was in a must-win situation. Like I had to win to have good chances of finishing in the first place. And I think I played one of my best games ever, and it was such a clutch performance on that day. And I mean, the more than the game, the way I felt during the game. I mean, I was in a flow state, as they say. It was such a memorable, and it's probably the best time I've had in my life while playing a chess game. So yeah, I would really like to relive that moment.
Yeah, that was interesting to know. Could you take us through your typical pre-match preparations? As in, how do you mentally as well as physically prepare yourself before any high-stakes tournament?
Yeah, it's like it depends. My routine depends on whether I'm at home or in training camps or during tournaments. So when I'm at home, I try to have a balanced day of like pure chess training and some physical training and some mental health exercises. Um, and at home, the chess part is usually a bit more relaxed. But during tournaments, it's fully about chess. My other things are a bit less important because there is a clear goal, clear game in front of us, and we need to prepare the best way possible. So during tournaments, I would say like I prepare twice before a game for around 3 hours in total. Um, I mean, as soon as I finish the game, I try to cool off a bit with some, stretching or yoga, some kind of relaxing exercises, and then I go to prepare, and then as soon as I wake up the next morning, I prepare again, and then I take a nap and go to the game. So during tournaments, it's like quite hectic, but at home, I try to, be a bit more relaxed so that I'm also not burning myself out.
Considering the competitiveness of the game and its growing popularity, what resources or materials do you utilize for your preparations? And also, is there any particular player whose gaming style inspires you the most and you love to analyze their games?
Yeah. So firstly, the player that inspires me, or the players' games I really love to analyze are, Magnus Carlsen right now. He's the best player in the. Yeah, he's the best player in the world and probably the greatest player of all time. And I've had the privilege of playing against him a few times, and yeah, his games. Yeah, his games for sure motivate not only me but pretty much every chess player in the world. Um, and I mean, what kind of things I use to prepare? There are some chess softwares. The most common is, chess base. I think any serious chess player uses that, and it's in general it's quite. I would say it's quite different from preparing for any other sport because it's more like especially when you're preparing before a game, it's more analytical. Like you analyze a few of your opponent's games and you try to come up with ideas where you can create problems for your opponent. So nowadays, pretty much in most of the games at the top level, the players know basically not exactly, but they are supposed to do in a certain type of position well into the game. Like for 20 moves, we already know what we are doing, and then we start thinking on our own, and yeah, it's quite analytical, but also it's important that you grow your knowledge and not only play against your opponent but also improve your own games.
In chess, as with any other game, you experience both victories and defeat. How do you deal with setbacks, and what strategies do you employ in order to learn from your previous losses, thus fostering your improvement in the upcoming matches?
Yeah, setbacks is something that all of us have to deal with in any kind of fields, but especially in sports, uh, you need this ability to recover quickly because there's something happening all the time. I mean, once you play a bad tournament, the next tournament is a few days away, and you have to get yourself together. And I used to be like very bad at it. I mean, I used to be like very emotional and very upset whenever I lose a game or play a game that I thought that I was not happy about, and it slowly started affecting. I mean, if I lose a game, we had this kind of rule that my parents came up with, that if I lose a game, then the next few games are usually the most dangerous ones, because I take the same losses to the next game and it usually goes bad. But then I think partly what helped me was starting some mental exercises like meditating every day, some pranayama, stuff like that. And also once you start experiencing like painful losses, like something going extremely wrong, and you feel bad and you have to play a game the next morning, you kind of get these experiences, and then you slowly start getting better with handling those situations. So I think for me it was a bit of maturity and some good practices.
It was really great conversing with you. And now we have a rapid fire round for you, which we hope will catch you off guard.
Okay.
So, Gukesh, let's begin. Best chess format.
Classical.
Who do you like playing against the most, Magnus, Fabi, or Hikaru?
Magnus.
Favorite opening? Favorite opening, white or black? Favorite opening, white or black?
I don't have one, but it was previously the London, so
Over the board or an online game?
over the board.
Training with an engine or training with a grandmaster?
I could hear Grandmaster, but it also depends on the Grandmaster, I guess.
Magnus or Vishy?
Okay, it depends on what context. Like, so, I mean, as a role model, as a player, and as a person, and as someone. I mean, I started playing chess partly because of Vishy, sir. We all started playing chess because of him. So, as a role model, I mean, as a person, Vishy, sir. Right now, as a probably in pure chess terms, it's probably Magnus.
E4 or D4?
I've been like a D4 player most of my life, so D4.
Favorite opening to play?
Sorry?
Favorite opening to play?
So it was previously the London, but right now I currently don't. I mean, I have some openings that I like, but nothing favorite as such.
If you get a chance to start over again, would you still choose chess or something else?
I would choose chess, yeah.